team right here is emotionally charged up. Let's go.
Hatred is not born in an instant.
Day after Thanksgiving, it's special.
Rather, it is built on the back of time.
This team is jacked up and ready to play football.
And so in order to understand our hatred,
and we're underway, the rivalry between Colorado and Nebraska.
You must go back to a much simpler time, 1967 Lincoln, Nebraska. Up until this point, the series had been relatively even. They won some, we won some. This game, we won, 21-16.
Little did they know back then that that would be the last Buff victory for a long, long time. For nearly 2 decades, not one tape in the 9 News archives would highlight a Buff victory. Not one. It got so bad that in 1980, an editor working on archiving tapes here actually wrote this in the October 25th log. CU versus Nebraska. Of course they lost. Ouch.
And maybe Ralphie should have never gotten on the field that day. Our Buffs lost that game that year by 38 on our own field.
And then came 1982 and an assistant coach from the University of Michigan. If you're a Buff fan, you already know who I'm talking about.
How long am I going to be around?
The rivalry, in honesty, was his idea.
We're planning on being here as long as you want us.
4 years later, the Buffs, after 18 consecutive losses, finally did it. If a rivalry can have a birthday, then October 25th, 1986 is ours.
We just had a feeling,
We've been talking for 5 years that we want to beat Nebraska, and it's just been an accumulation of hard times, but hard work, and it finally paid off, and it's just a great feeling.
1989 brought the pitch to J.J. Flanagan. 1990 brought the comeback in the rain and the cold of Lincoln.
It was by far the biggest game I've ever played in my life.
And 1991 brought the tie in a frigid Folsom Field. They told us they really didn't get it. They didn't get us.
It's not something we really understand, to be honest with you.
But we got it, and we hated them for it.
With their arrogance and conceitedness and stuff like that, yeah, it kind of makes us off and things like that. But that's all right, though, because we don't go in there and take care of business.
And lest we forget, he who shall not be named.
We know what the N on our helmet stands for. We understand that completely.
And then came one of my worst experiences as a fan. October 1992, Lincoln, Nebraska.
It was Halloween night, and this was downright frightening. 52-7. We lost by 45. Someone told me in the stands, "Go back to Boulder, you hippie." And so I did.
How could we have known back then? How could anyone have known that that would mark the beginning of a 9-game losing streak to the Corn? Every year we wanted revenge. Every year we didn't get it. Until...
There's a long German word that describes taking pleasure in the pain of others. It's called Schadenfreude, or in our terms, Huskerfreude, 62-36.
I'm not sure I've ever seen an explosion like this by a CU offense.
It's huge, because everybody said Oklahoma, Nebraska rematch. Not no more.
Good protection, throws it out left side, and it is picked off.
We've lost a few more than we've won since then. We've officially shunned wearing red on game days. We've cursed, and we've cheered. And after every game, we've looked forward to the next.
Good job, buddy.
We deserve respect. They don't respect us, that's quite all right, because we don't go in there and make them respect us.
And now it's almost over. No more games, no more rivalry. Nebraska's going to the Big Ten, we're going to the Pac-10. It's a strange thing. The wide world of sports can be an awfully lonely place when there's no one left to hate. Chris Vanderveen, 9 News.